Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing my top winter fragrances for this year. The more that I collect fragrances and the more videos I make, I'm starting to realize that making top list for me is very difficult because I just change my mind a lot. I have different moods, different vibes. There's certain things that I'm feeling right now that might not be my favorite months from now. So what I'm trying to say with that is that I am doing this top winter fragrances, but of course there are many other fragrances that I think are beautiful for winter, and there are still so many fragrances that I haven't tried, that I haven't discovered. So I'm constantly just trying new fragrances, playing with new fragrances in my collection. So the ones that I'm going to be talking about today are just fragrances that I think are beautiful for winter time. Before I get started, if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Amy. I do videos on fragrance, beauty, self-care, and body care. If you like that type of content, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so that you're notified whenever I upload a new video. And if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. How are you guys doing today? I'm so happy to have you here, and I appreciate all of the love and the support. With that said, let's go ahead and let's get started with today's video. All right, so I am just going to start talking about the fragrances, and I'm just kind of going to let you guys know how they make me feel. I might put the notes up on the screen, but I'm not going to be reading the notes to you guys because I don't want to make the video way too long or too dragged out. But I am going to be splitting it into those fragrances that I just think are super sexy for winter, and then towards the end I'm gonna go more towards the cozy, cuddly fragrances that just remind me of winter but being at home. And they can all be used in whichever way you like, but that is the way that I'm going to be categorizing them. So I'm going to start off with the more heavy hitters, the sexier ones, the ones that I know I can wear and they're going to just smell super good. Even though I do live right now in Puerto Rico and it's not really cold here, but when I do go visit my dad, it gets pretty cold at his house. So that's where I'm going to take advantage of my stronger fragrances to wear at his house. So the first one that I'm going to start off with is one that I always sniff this fragrance during winter. So the first times that I ever smelled this fragrance back in 2014, I remember that it was wintertime and it lasted so beautifully. I sprayed it on my wrist, left them all, and it always lasted me until I took a shower. So this is Giorgio Armani's Sea perfume, and this is the original version. This is like a very boozy fragrance. It's vanilla, but many times on YouTube, people have compared this to or have said that it reminds them of like wine, and I can totally see that because it has like this red wine type of dry, boozy type of feel to it. But I feel like this fragrance truly shines in the winter months. I cannot wear this fragrance if it's too hot outside because it is loud. It's a little bit sharp, and it just makes me think of like a rich, put together woman, like just very bougie, very polished, very put together, classy woman. But she has sexiness to her as well. It just has like a boozy feel to it, and it is just beautiful in winter. And I definitely recommend the intense one in the black bottle as well. These two are really, really nice for winter time. These are perfect for going out to dinner, for going to holiday parties, just anything that you just want to feel your best and you're dressed in really nice clothing, or you can still wear it to a casual dinner in the evening. It's a really nice fragrance. Very long lasting. The performance is beautiful. Now, another one that is a sea flanker, and I think that this is gorgeous in the wintertime as well. But this one gives you more of like a shampoo. I just showered. I smell really good, clean, girly, but sexy at the same time. A little bit fruity. And this is the Passione Intense. Along with, if you are somewhere where there is cold weather, I recommend the Passione, the original one. But that one has pink pepper in it, and ever since I moved here, pink pepper is just a little bit too strong for me and it bothers me. So the Intense one doesn't have the pink pepper, so I still get kind of like the same vibe without that pink pepper in it. And this one for wintertime, it is so good. I find this super sexy, very like confident, very fruity and juicy, but then still like deep and sexy at the same time. So it's not too fresh, it's not too playful or anything like that. It has a sexiness to it, and it is perfect for wintertime. I really like this one. Moving on, I have Prada Candy by Night. This one is one that people either love it or hate it. I didn't think that I would like this fragrance as much as I do, but this is beautiful for wintertime. It is like a chocolate, very deep, sexy fragrance. It's gourmand, but it's still somewhat musky to me, a little powdery. And it's beautiful, but I would not wear this fragrance any other time but wintertime, because it is quite heavy, but it is just rich, it's deep, it's yummy. The chocolate is just really nice in this fragrance, and I think that it is beautiful for the holiday season. It just gives me those vibes of like Christmas party or just Christmas Eve at your family's house and everyone's together, but you're dressed really nice. Yeah, I really like this one. Another one that is a super sexy gourmand to me, and it is very like seductive and intense and like mysterious in a way, is Dolce & Gabbana, The Only One. Here is the gorgeous bottle. This is another one that I could only wear around fall and winter time. Very deep fragrance. It's very sexy. This one has coffee in it. I believe it has caramel as well, but it's like a very thick, deep, almost syrupy type of coffee scent. I don't get as much floral in this one like you would get in YSL's Black Opium, which is another coffee fragrance, but to me the florals take over in that one. This one you get the coffee, the caramel, and just like this deep, rich vibe to it. It's so good. Very sexy fragrance, and this is perfect for wintertime. Next up, I'm going to be talking about my cinnamon coquito fragrance, and this is Kilian's Angel Share. This is like a cinnamon spice explosion. You have to like cinnamon to like this fragrance, because this one is super cinnamon overdose. This to me smells like when you're making coquito, you have to make like this tea beforehand where you boil water and you add cinnamon sticks and cloves to that water, and the aroma that fills the house is kind of what Angel Share reminds me of. It's just very cinnamon, very festive to me. It makes me think of the holidays. It makes me think of Christmas and Thanksgiving and just family being together. And it still has like this creaminess to it, but it's not too much. So you're still going to get the cinnamon is what I pick up the most, along with like a boozy vibe from this one as well. And then I get a tiny bit of a creaminess that kind of rounds out the fragrance so that it's not too sharp or too much. It's so beautiful, and it lasts a really long time on my clothes, and when I wear it, it's just one that I don't overspray because it is very strong and you're going to smell it the whole time that you're wearing it. It has great sillage, great projection, longevity. I love this fragrance. Up next, we have Lancome's La Nuit Tresor à la Folie. And this one, the bottle is just super, super nice. It is like a diamond. And this one is a vanilla, but very different from my other vanilla fragrances. And this one to me changes so much. Every time that I sniff it, I feel like I get like a different scent. The first time that I got it, I was iffy about it. I liked it. Then I wore it again and I wasn't sure about it. Then I fell in love. But what I can say is lately, every time that I wear it, I am just obsessed with it. It's very long lasting, great performance. There's vanilla in here. You also have tonka bean and benzoin. You have pink pepper, red currant. You have some florals, nutmeg, patchouli, woody notes, which I get a lot of the woody notes. It is just gorgeous, and I prefer this one over the original La Nuit Tresor. I cannot do that one, but this one I love so, so much. Up next is one that is super sexy, perfect for winter, very 50-50 with people, but this is Carolina Herrera's Good Girl, and this is the original one. I think that this is beautiful for winter, very sexy and sweet. It's very sweet to me. This is another one that has so many notes in it, but there's almond in here, there's coffee, there's florals, cacao, tonka bean, praline, vanilla, patchouli, there's cinnamon. There is a ton of notes in here, but it just makes like this very sweet but sexy fragrance at the same time. And each time I wear it, I like it more. So the first times that I tried it at the store, I wasn't really crazy about this one. I kind of skipped over the original and went with Supreme and Mercier and other flankers. And then I got the original one, and I love this one. It's the perfect amount of sweetness, and it's just sexy. It's a very sexy fragrance. You can wear this out at night. You can wear it to dinner, to a party. I can see this being worn at like a holiday party. It's perfect for that, and the bottle is just simply gorgeous. If you don't have Good Girl in your collection, I feel like this is a must-have. Now I'm going to be crossing over into they can still be sexy, but they're more of the comforting, cozy scents that you can wear while you're at home during winter. You guys know that I like those type of fragrances because I am home a lot. I am a person that enjoys to be at their house. So you guys know that I am going to be talking about this one, and this is Elie Saab, Girl of Now. This is pistachio, almond, patchouli. This is so good. Let me show you a close-up of the bottle. Beautiful, beautiful bottle. But to me, the combination of the pistachio with the almond is what wins me over, along with orange blossom. I believe there's vanilla in here, and the patchouli, which just adds this sexiness to it, because without the patchouli, I feel like it would just be way, way too sweet. I mean, to some people, this is already way too sweet and way too syrupy. It's a thick, syrupy, sweet fragrance. But every time I wear this, it's like magic. This is a stunning winter fragrance because I don't think I have worn this in the heat before and it was just fine. But yeah, Girl of Now is just super sweet, comforting. I still like to wear it out, but I also like to wear it at the house as well. So this is a perfect one to transition over into comforting fragrances. Up next is MAC Creme D Nude, and this one is a nice vanilla fragrance, but then there's suede in here. There's also neroli, caramel. It's very musky. You have vanilla, So this one, I feel like it's just a perfect, I don't know if this one made it to my fall fragrances, but this reminds me a lot of Warm Vanilla Sugar from Bath and Body Works, and they layer beautifully together, and it's just a very nice musky vanilla. If you're at a MAC store, I'm not sure if they still have these fragrances out for you to try, but I blind bought this and I loved it, and I think that this is like a crowd pleaser type of fragrance, but you do have to like vanilla warm type of fragrances. It's not too sweet, it's not a cloying fragrance, and it will layer beautifully with Bath and Body Works Warm Vanilla Sugar. Up next, I have Dior Poison Girl. This is the EDP, that is why it is so dark. This one is way nuttier to me, way richer and deeper and thicker than the EDT, and it doesn't have as much of that creamsicle type of opening. This one is just, it's just so good. It's very thick and syrupy and sweet, and this for wintertime is perfection. I love this one. This is such a gourmand fragrance, and I get a lot of orange blossom in this one as well. And the orange blossom to me is super strong. There's almond, there's tonka bean. It is just so good. I always recommend both the EDT and the EDP, but if you just want a very rich, thick, syrupy fragrance, then I will just go ahead and go with the EDP version. So good. Next up is one that is newer in my collection, but I feel like for wintertime, this is perfect. I would not wear this in spring and summer. I would start wearing it towards fall and winter, and this is Replicas by the Fireplace. This fragrance right here is just, makes you think of being by the fireplace. I get a very smoky, woody vibe to this one, but then there's like a little bit of like a sweetness mixed in there as well. And I got this because I wanted to layer it with Bath and Body Works Bonfire Bash, which to me is like a sweeter, softer version of this one. So this one's more intense, more smoky, but when this dries down, it smells so good. And it's very woody, so you have to like woody fragrances, and it's woody in like a nature type of way, like just literally being out at a fireplace, but it's comforting and cozy and perfect for wintertime. Up next, I'm just going to show you three kind of all in the same category. They're not the same, they're not dupes, but this is the type of scent that I really like for winter, especially if you like vanilla fragrances. So the first one is by Philosophy, and this is Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. And this one to me is a vanilla, but I did have a subscriber ask me if this one was the same as Skylar's Vanilla Sky, which is another one that I really like for wintertime. And these two open up with almost the exact same vibes, but they dry down to be very different in their own ways. So the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere has more of like, to me, it has kind of like a smoky touch to it as well. And it's very sweet vanilla, but it has like the smoky touch that this one doesn't have. So like a woody note in here that the Vanilla Sky doesn't have. Vanilla Sky to me is more of a coffee, sweet vanilla latte type of fragrance. Yeah, very sweet to me. Way sweeter than the Fresh Cream Warm Cashmere. But they're both really good for wintertime. So these are both very cozy, vanilla, warm, nice to wear to bed at nighttime. During the day, you can wear it to the office. If you work somewhere close to a lot of people, you're not going to offend anyone, and they're not too cloying either. They're just very warm, nice fragrances for winter time. And then the third one that I would kind of put in that same category is the Laura Mercier Ambre Vanille. This one I was kind of back and forth when I first got it, because I smelled it in summer when it was hot, and I started getting like this, I don't know if it's clementine in here or orange, one of the two. But in the summer, it kind of smelled a little sour on me, and I didn't like it. But then I used it when it started cooling down, and it was so good. And it has very similar vibes to the Bum Bum Cream from Sol de Janeiro. So if you like that cream, this is kind of like a perfume version of that. Yeah, very similar vibes to that one. So if you like that, then you can get this and layer those two together. It would go perfect. So super vanilla, gourmand, edible type of scent. And then I have 3 more and we're done. So for vanillas, of course, I'm going to mention Kayall Vanilla 28, because this is just a really great fragrance that you can layer with pretty much any other fragrance to give it a vanilla touch to it, to give it a warm vanilla touch to it. And this one to me is like vanilla with brown sugar, and I do get that edible vanilla, but it's not like cupcake super sweet vanilla. It's a little bit more of a spicy vanilla to me, but still an edible vanilla. It's hard to describe it, but it does have a little bit more also of like a floral touch to it, but not too much. I still mainly get vanilla from this fragrance, and I just love it. And I love to layer it with vanilla body care from either Victoria's Secret or Bath and Body Works, and they go so well together. And then another one that is just beautiful for winter time. This is just a fragrance that is very hard to wear in summer, just because of how fluffy, creamy, cozy it is. And this is Dior's Hypnotic Poison. Beautiful bottle. I think that the bottle is gorgeous. I have been using this one a lot. This one, a lot of people complain that it might give off a bit of a Play-Doh vibe, and I do pick that up sometimes, but not too much to the point where I won't wear this fragrance. And the almond in here is so good, and it's just a really nice, comforting fragrance. I always say that it's very fluffy, very creamy, sweet, almost like a cookie type of scent. Really good. And then the last one is one that is pretty new to my collection, but I think that this is really nice for winter time, and this is Kilian Princess, and this is like a marshmallow ginger tea fragrance, but it's very fluffy and creamy as well. And for winter, this one's so nice, even though it does have like this, like almost like a freshness to it as well, but it's like a fluffy, creamy, whipped type of fragrance, and it's beautiful for winter. I would wear this pretty much anywhere for winter time, in the day, at night. It's just a really nice one. And when I first smelled it, I found it to be a little bit odd, and I didn't know how I felt about it. But when you wear this one, like actually wear it, it's amazing. So this is another one that I recommend as well. Those are the fragrances that I think are my top fragrances for this winter of 2021. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. What are your favorite winter fragrances? What are your must-haves for winter? I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for being with me here today. Give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I will see you guys in my next video.
Sleigh bells ringing,